So let me tell you a little bit about our team. I've spent 40 years as a runner, training for my 5th marathon, and this is where I came up with the idea. My day job, I am a sales and business development executive for national companies. I've been doing that for 35 years. My wife and partner, Renata Storr, is a 30-year veteran of the design industry in an architectural firm for a national company. And we have a seasoned group of investors who've been able to guide us along and give us not only funds, much needed funds, but also the strategic advice that we've needed. And I'd be remiss if I didn't introduce my father, who's in the audience, who really gave me my love of running. So I'm one of those that love to run at night. It's really the serenity, the cooler weather, and the ability to relieve the stress at the end of the day that I love. And that's when the idea for Night Runner came to me. I was running one night and I was realizing I was more worried about tripping on hazards and traffic than I was enjoying my run. And that's when the idea for Night Runner came. So I started researching it and started going to all the sources I could find to learn about this. So I understood that there's 200 million runners, walkers, and hikers in the United States. Now, we all lead busy lives, and oftentimes the thing that gets left out is when we exercise. So we have to do it very early or very late at night. However, there's a danger with that. And the statistics prove that every 8 minutes a runner or walker is injured by a vehicle. So Night Runner LED shoe lights, and I'm going to set this down for a minute. 2 front LED lights. I'm going to pass these around, 75 lumens apiece. A waterproof case, so you can run through any type of water hazards. Stable multi-position shoelace clip. Red back and side markers that allow you to be seen from not only the front, but the side and also from the back. And most uniquely is a lithium-ion rechargeable battery, which gives it the lightweight, 1.5 ounces apiece. So, very interesting piece of technology that's in these. We are going to be the first in the lighting business to have Bluetooth smartphone technology. Most runners these days run with the smartphone application. That's how they know how far they've gone and their GPS. What this does is communicate to the lights to give the runner or walker a visual indication when they've hit a mile. That's a preset interval that they could set. If they want to maintain a certain pace, if you want to stay above a 9-minute pace, then it'll flash if you fall off of that pace. So these are visual indications that allow the runner not to have to access their smartphone or to look at their watch. So our market opportunity. As I mentioned, there's over 200 million runners, walkers, and hikers in the United States. They fall really into 3 categories: the runners and trail runners, the hikers, and the fitness walkers. We think our core audience are those that are the core participants. Those are the ones that do this activity 3 to 4 times a week. And we know that those are the ones that are most likely to be exercising in the early morning or late at night. So our cost model. These clip onto the shoelaces. We're not selling shoes, we're selling the lights that go on the shoelaces. $68 a pair. Our wholesale price to the retailers are $34, so those can be Keystone. And we know that we can manufacture these for $17 a pair. Now, we're working with our manufacturer right now to get that price down. But that puts our profit at wholesale at $15. On the direct side, that profit drops to our bottom line for a $49 profit. So who are our competitors? This actually is a very, very innovative product that has somewhat defined a new category, but we do compete against headlamps and handheld and strap-on lights. But we actually are unique in every way because first and foremost is the position. The light is down on the ground where you need that light to be seen. The visibility, 270 degrees. You've got 30 feet in front of you that is lit so you can see hazards. You can be seen from the side and you can be seen from the rear as well. 1.5 ounces for each of those units, very unobtrusive. And uniquely is, again, the rechargeable lithium-ion battery. This compares to very high-end headlamps at $95 and up. So our sales strategy. We are still pre-production, however, we've already started to sell. We spent last first week in December at the running event in Austin, Texas. John and Betsy Hughes were there for the Track Shack. And we talked to retailers all over the country. And we received pre-order commitments from over 38 retailers that wanted this product. I had to unfortunately tell them they couldn't have it until June. We also talked with over 6 countries that were interested in the product. Apparently, the further north you get, the less daylight there is. So that's a good thing for us. We're going to be looking at a 2-pronged approach, hitting the independent running retailers first, because those are the people that will sit down, explain the product, and go over the needs and fit that product to the runner. We're also going to go direct. We'll have a deal with Amazon Direct and also direct off of our website. We're going to wait until the latter years to work into the big boxes after we have gained a grassroots support and gotten sales, and we can deal with those big boxes on our terms. So our status and next steps. We've had a busy 2014. We've completed our prototype engineering and design. We've got a patent pending. We've done our branding, our package, our point of purchase design, and our website. I ask for all of you to take a look at that and our video, which you just saw a piece of. So what are the next steps? We're out seeking $250,000 to move forward on getting our final design for manufacturing, tooling our molds for our casing, and our manufacturing and distribution of units. I left my job in November to devote my full time to this endeavor, so I'll be the full-time CEO going forward. So our financials. Year 5, we are looking at having our sales to 400,000 units. We think that's very achievable based on the feedback we've already gotten. That puts us at a $17.7 million year 5 revenue with a $5.5 million EBITDA. And with that, I would like to thank VenturePitch Orlando for this opportunity. It is greatly appreciated. You judges for taking the time and this great audience. And with that, I'll take any questions that you might have.
Thanks, Greg. Where are you manufacturing it now, and how does the cost change with scale? If it does?
Yeah, great question. We started down a path of having a manufacturer in China. We actually had prototypes built in China. We had such a difficult time with the communication and the level of quality that we ended up working with changing horses, basically. We're working with Anuva Manufacturing. These will be manufactured in Melbourne, Florida, where I can go over and look at them and make sure that the quality is there. The pricing is comparable to what we were getting for the China pricing. And as we go forward, I believe that the eye to quality and not having containers that don't meet our specifications will in the long run be cheaper.
Doug, I have a question. What part of your fundraising strategy also includes crowdsourcing or crowdfunding?
Well, an excellent question. And we have been knocking on a lot of doors, and we've been very blessed to have some of our investors step up incrementally. Some of them are here tonight. And but we're out there looking at different avenues. Crowdsourcing is a great avenue to do that. And we are going to be looking at that in the first quarter, probably Kickstarter. It does make a lot of sense. We had to wait till we reached the level of maturity to where we could tell a good story, till we had a good prototype, a video. You know, this is an experiential product. I really meant it when I said I wanted you to go out and go on a night run with me, because that's how you experience it. So until we had a video like that, it's hard to really explain. So now I think we're ready to go onto Kickstarter, and I think that would be a great way to get pre-sales and to spread the word.
Doug, you had talked about you went to a couple of shows and you demonstrated the product, and yet you had interest there. How did you, at least from a wholesale perspective, how did people deal with this pricing? It seems a little expensive.
Yeah.
You know, typically, particularly if the shoe is $100 or $120, and then you're another 50% more to actually put the lights on and so forth. Yeah. What was your reaction?
We've got absolutely no pushback on the pricing, and I'll tell you why. You're basically looking at two headlamps, two comparable headlamps. So for one 75 lumen night lighting device, those could be anywhere from $60 to $90, and we're doing them for two for that. So the retailers understood that. They also understand that we've got a unique enough idea. The people who really latched onto this are those crazy people. You probably don't know any of them, but they run trails or ultra marathons, and they love the idea of having light down low. So to them, they have to buy all this equipment anyway. We've even had some say that they would wear the shoe lamps with the headlamps.
So this is pretty interesting. The Bluetooth
Yes.
connectivity. Do you have to have your phone with you when you're running?
You don't have to, but I'll tell you, there's some different schools of thought. Some people are like, I don't want to carry anything when I run. I was out on a 12-mile run, blew my knee out at mile 8, and had no way to call home So I started carrying my phone with me everywhere. Now, with the smartphone apps, you can exactly mark how far you've gone, your GPS, and so it's better and cheaper than actually going and buying a GPS watch because you've already got the phone with you. So more and more people are carrying their smartphone. But yes, you have to have the smartphone with you. This is dumb technology. We have the Bluetooth component in it, but we don't want to recreate the wheel. We don't want to program these to actually have GPS or an accelerometer. I think it's duplicative and too expensive.
And the 250 you're raising, is that based on what pre-money valuation, what type of security is it?
Well, that's an area that we're worth discussing because we have taken about $60,000 of investment at a $1.75 million valuation. But we would look at different areas. I understand that you could look at the scenarios where we would put the valuation aside for now and do a name escape. Yes, convertible note. And that's something that we would be fine with looking at. But we've had several investors not blink at that valuation. I understand we're pre-sales as well. So.
And 250 is going to get you to cash flow positive?
Yes. Yeah, and we would grow it organically from there. We need to get the product out there. We need to get it into the stores. And we know that the demand is out there. We've seen it firsthand. My wife and I sat in the booth for 3 days, and we're just absolutely amazed at the turnout. It was very gratifying.
How much money have you spent?
We have raised and we've raised $91,000. We put in probably $30,000 of our own money. I think we spent all but about 10 of that.
Good. Thanks, Doug.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Doug.